Have you ever wondered how people's Facebook and Instagram accounts always seems to be getting hacked? Why all these companies constantly ask you to change your password and set up two-factor authentication? In 2021, a researcher found 533 million Facebook accounts in a dark web just being displayed for people to buy and see. This record basically exposed people's information such as the user's Facebook ID, password, their email address, phone number, date of birth, their location, and their search history, and many more that you may have updated on your Facebook profile. Hackers and cons use this information for social engineering, scamming, hacking, stalking, marketing, and many other illegal and legal activities. Scary thing is, this is not the first time our information on Facebook has been breached. 30 million accounts in 2018 had been hacked, and 14 million of those accounts had significant amount of data stolen, such as 15 most recent searches made by the owner, last 10 locations they were in, and the type of devices they used to check into their Facebook. Another 15 million had their personal information such as their phone number, Facebook ID, and email address stolen. And 1 million more were on a queue for their accounts to be hijacked, but the hackers couldn't obtain any information from those 1 million accounts. It is impossible to avoid being a victim of numerous data breaches that occurs in social media every single year. But as a user, least you can do is understand how these servers breaches your data and learn how to protect yourself online. Welcome to my channel, it's Guach here, and today we'll be talking about what is dark web, what businesses occur in dark web, how Facebook is helping these businesses, and how you can avoid being a victim of online crime. Before that, just gently tap on that like button so this video reaches your loved ones. First thing first, deep web and dark web basically are used interchangeably by people, but they are not the same thing. Deep web is basically part of the internet that is not visible to your naked eye, as opposed to surface web. For example, if I have a YouTube channel, and if I post my videos on my channel, and if somebody likes the video, like you did earlier, that is basically surface web. Anyone can look at it, they can search it, they can see it, they can interact with it. Once you hit the like button, I can see it on my side through the YouTube Studio, and it is only accessible to me via the use of password, and that is deep web. Deep web is within the range of World Wide Web and can be accessed one way or the other, but just not indexed by the standard web search engine. Now, what is dark web? The content on darknet or overlay networks that uses the internet but needs particular software, setup, or authorization to access is known as the dark web. The idea of darknet is basically a secure and secret network where people can communicate and share files without their identity being compromised. Darknet could be as small as friend-to-friend network or as big and popular as Tor. If all the users close their browser on darknet, the darknet would literally die out, leaving only few encrypted records on their web browser history. The main purpose of darknet, as I said before, was to provide anonymity to the user as well as the website owner. Interestingly, even Facebook may be accessed as a Tor hidden service, allowing user to browse the website safely even in countries where the platform is illegal to access. And this exact purpose gave the rise to criminal activities in the darknet. $1.7 billion cryptocurrency transaction occurred in darknet only in the year of 2020. Dark web seems to be a booming business for black market and all the shady things you can buy and sell. So here are the 5 things you can buy and sell in the dark web. Number 1, the most popular place to buy any types of drugs you can think of is the dark web. A great example is Silk Road. It is the first place people look when searching for illicit drugs on Tor. However, things weren't always like this. The Silk Road's initial version was shut down in 2013 by FBI due to the excessive reports of shady dealing being conducted under its name only after 1 year of operation. You can buy legal drugs without a prescription pretty easily on these sites as well. Number 2, firearm. The distribution of firearm available in the black market is made possible by the dark web. People legally buy these weapons and sell it illegally and make a living out of it. More modern, higher performing firearms are becoming available on dark web for the same or less money than they would on the black market. US is the most common place of origin for these dark web weapons. Nearly 60% of these weapons that are found in the dark web has an American origin. Europe taking the second place with 25% of those weapons. Number 3, streaming and social media sites passwords. Do you want to watch Netflix, Hulu, or any streaming sites for as little as possible? Just visit dark web. That was basically a joke. Don't visit dark web. But cyber criminals sell these login details to those who want a subscription but doesn't feel like paying for it for a one-time fee. Most common streaming sites that are available are Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Amazon Prime, ESPN, and many more. Each private Facebook account is sold for only $5 to $7. Do you think that's the value of your Facebook account? Remember when I told you earlier that 533 million people had their Facebook account breached? If only 2% of those accounts' information were sold for $5 each, that is a profit of $53 million. What if somebody in Facebook is getting cut out of that? That would be insane. Number 4, bank and credit card information. Stolen through online or physical methods, credit cards and debit cards are widely available in dark web to be bought. These are the cards used for online transaction without the owner noticing the amount being drawn from their account. They either routinely make small unnoticeable withdrawals or one big withdrawal, scooping all the money they have on their account. A research conducted in 2020 by Gemini Advisory Fund, 115 million stolen debit and credit cards in the dark web were for sale. Credit card details and associated information costs anywhere from $17 to $120. Online banking login information costs about $45. People who sell these accounts don't often use it themselves because it is a lot easier to be tracked down if they are using this account for their own transaction. According to the study, more than 25% of these online ads in dark web were related to accounts that were stolen and the financial accounts. Number 5 and the last one, body parts and organs. Organ transactions are fairly common in dark web, and it's often made by the patients who fear that they might not live long enough if they go the legal route to obtain these organs. The WHO estimates that there are roughly 10,000 illegal organ transplant surgeries happening each year. More vital the organ, higher the cost. A human heart and liver cost between $100,000 to $200,000, and a set of eyes will cost anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000. I would rather not think about how they get these body parts. If you have watched the movie Unfriended, the second part, you'd know what I mean. More eerie part is that there's a larger market for body parts that cannot be transplanted, such as hands, feet, forearms, and skulls. You can get a human skull for about $700 and a hand for as low as $400. Finally, you didn't know if your data has been breached into the dark web and your personal information exposed. But here are the ways to stay safer than you could if you are not doing these things. Stay on top of the latest scam and fraud techniques. Never download softwares from untrusted sites. Keep your device updated with the latest security patching. Make a habit of changing your password every 3 months. Install and use good antivirus software. Just use common sense. If something appears to be too good to be true, it probably is. The last one. Hit the subscribe button so you can stay updated with every single content on this channel. On the next video, we'll talk about the benefits and the good things that comes out of the dark web. So stay tuned, subscribe, peace out.